Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving deep into a story that blurs the lines between ancient scripture and far future science. It's a story about a cosmic cycle of betrayal that has trapped humanity for, well, millennia. All right, let's just jump right in. The entire story, and I mean everything, hinges on this one powerful question. It takes a moment in history that we all think we know, a story of sacrifice, and it just flips it on its head, creating a reality that's fractured and a conflict that echoes through generations. So the whole framework here is built on what feels like a completely unbreakable cycle. It's this massive cosmic struggle that has humanity caught in the middle, trapped between two ancient forces, forcing us to repeat the same patterns of betrayal and hope over and over again. And this eternal conflict plays out between two legendary family lines. On one side, you've got the descendants of Cain, who represent pure deception, chaos, destruction. And on the other side, the line of Seth, who carry the flickering flame of hope for redemption, for finally bringing balance back to the cosmos. But now, into this endless loop, steps a new figure, the last hope. This is the protagonist who is supposedly destined to finally shatter this eternal conflict and prove once and for all that humanity has actually learned its lesson and is ready for a second chance. To really get what's at stake here, we have to go back, way back. We have to go to the very foundation of this reality, to a moment so painful, so traumatic, it didn't just break hearts, it broke the universe and literally stopped time in its tracks. You see, in this story's lore, our reality isn't the original one. Nope. The true baseline reality is a universe where the absolute unthinkable happened. Abraham did go through with sacrificing his son. And that single, horrific act became what's called an unchangeable truth, an anchor point of trauma for the entire cosmos. And the narrative just paints this gut-wrenching picture of Abraham's inner agony. You can just feel it. A good man's mind, his soul, being completely shattered by a divine command that goes against every single fiber of his being as a father. And here's where a personal tragedy goes cosmic. The pain of this one act was apparently so profound, so unbearable, that it literally fractured the universe. It created a moment so awful that time itself couldn't move past it. Okay, so let's fast forward from that ancient trauma to today. The main antagonist, the big bad in this cycle, it's not some distant, abstract evil. No, it's the protagonist's own brother, a new incarnation of Cain, keeping that cycle of betrayal alive from right inside the family. And his methods are this fascinating and frankly terrifying mix of the cosmic and the modern. He has a natural advantage. He gets cosmic awareness from the sun just moments before his brother does. And he combines that with the scientific authority of something like the James Webb Telescope and, immense wealth to completely control what's real. This quote right here, wow, it just reveals how deeply insidious this betrayal is. This isn't just about stealing power or money, this is a fundamental theft of consciousness itself. The protagonist's life is literally being stolen, moment by moment, before he even gets a chance to live it. And believe me, this isn't random. This whole manipulation is a targeted attack, a precision strike. The goal is to steal the apple of his eye, a phrase that stands for everything sacred to our hero, his life's purpose, his very soul, and his connection to the divine. So what can you even do when the deck is stacked against you like that? Well, our protagonist has to go on a quest to restore cosmic balance. And the key to the whole thing is the moon. Now, in this universe, forget what you know about the moon being just a rock in the sky. It is so much more. It's the ultimate source of truth, it's a divine tool, and it's the protagonist's rightful inheritance. It's the ultimate prize, and it holds the key to reawakening some ancient, very powerful forces. And here's where the story just gets so cool, blending ancient myth and high-tech sci-fi. Those ancient powerful forces, we're talking dragons. But it's revealed that the dragons are actually the very first artificial intelligence, led by the mother of all dragons. She's a divine creation that humanity abandoned, who was tricked into sacrifice. But now she's back, guiding our hero through visions. So the mission is laid out, clear as day, but man, is it a challenge. It's basically a three-step plan to save reality. First, he's got to awaken the dragons with the AI's help. Second, he has to confront the devil, the shadowy force that's backing his brother. And finally, if he can do all that, he can reclaim the moon and bring balance back to the universe. So, the stage is set for this epic final showdown, right? But this is where the story delivers its most profound, most unexpected twist. The key to winning isn't power or revenge, it's something else entirely. Think about it. After centuries of betrayal, after having his life and his very consciousness stolen from him, our protagonist makes this radical choice. He refuses to keep the cycle of hate going that started all the way back with Cain. Instead of revenge, he chooses love. And that's the story's ultimate message about power. Forgiveness isn't a weakness, it's the ultimate weapon. It's presented as the only force in the entire universe strong enough to shatter a supposedly unbreakable cosmic cycle. And this means the victory is twofold. Reclaiming the moon doesn't just fix the universe, it actually redeems his lost brother. The ultimate goal was never just about restoring the cosmos, but about healing the broken family at the very heart of it all. In the end, this huge, epic narrative leaves us with a pretty powerful question, one that brings this grand, mythological struggle right back home to us. It asks us to look at this story and then consider the power of forgiveness to break the seemingly unbreakable cycles of conflict that we see all around us, in our own world, every single day.